Well, okay. Let's do this, you guys. This is the time when we go into Intel and we talk about where we are in the process. All right, let's go talk about it in the light of, let's start with our government. Let's start with the fact that we were looking for Steven Mnuchin to be sworn in as Secretary of the Treasury. We were looking for him to be voted in, confirmed with a confirming vote. That occurred yesterday afternoon, and then we had the swearing in ceremony at approximately 10 minutes after 9 East Coast time. And we thought, well, when we get that, we're hearing that it's over and that we're ready to go. Ready to go. Redemption centers up and running, active status, going to engaged status, and all of that. We thought that that was going to be go time for us. Now, it wasn't go time for us that we can tell, but we have heard through other sources that we actually did have sort of the initiation of everything yesterday, late afternoon, depending on who you talk to, a little after 4 or a little after 5 o'clock. And we got started. We got initiated. We got everything moving forward. Because certainly our Treasury Secretary had been confirmed, and we were just waiting for the swearing-in ceremony. Now, he did get sworn in last night, and we had a couple more come in last night and today, and things are moving along in that arena very nicely. But we've also heard today, and I can't verify this, guys. I wish I could. It's only hearsay that he needed to be sworn in and in that position for 24 hours before we went. Now, I hadn't heard that until today, and if that is true, well, I think we just went by the 24-hour period by a few minutes a little while ago. So maybe we are at the point now that we can go forward. I would say that we had heard earlier that the redemption centers had gone on to engaged status from active, but I did not get good confirmation on that. And then I came back to my sources indicated that no, they are not on engaged status yet, but they could be overnight tonight, sometime between 11 and let's say 7 a.m. Now, that would be wonderful. That would indicate a change. That would indicate a change, and maybe that would indicate a time for us to go ahead and get started. So let's see how that holds up. I'm not calling it, just telling you that's what I have heard in terms of that information. We heard today a tweet went out talking about leveraging the dong. And, it ends up that if there was leverage, it was at the bank end, not at our end. But we haven't been able to find good confirmation whether or not the dong at what I call teaser rates of 30 cents to 50 cents on the dong was actually exchanged. We heard that it was available in 5 or 6 cities with the Travelex currency exchange locations. And evidently some people did get exchanged there, but I can't confirm any of that. I can't confirm that any banks did exchanges either. And we thought this was an opportunity really for the banks to leverage the dong and have and take more or less some of this dong off of the street for people that needed the money right now. And supposedly this opportunity was going to be there from about 3 in the afternoon today all the way till about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. Now, like I said, the information on this is very sketchy, and I would put it at doubtful at best whether it's even happening, okay? Because it's just not something that I've been able to get proven to me. So that's something that on the face of it would be interesting if it is occurring, However, I haven't been able to say for sure that it is happening. Oh, let's see what else. We had a situation in the Middle East. We know that President or Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel came into the United States last night about 2 a.m. in the morning, and we know he's meeting with President Trump tomorrow. And we know that there has been an agreement, I guess, regarding Palestine and Israel that took place 1 minute before midnight Saturday night. It was signed. And there was some doubt whether or not there might need to have an agreement there or have another discussion about Middle East peace or something to that effect. Apparently, and that is a goal, obviously, and I believe the Chinese want that to be real and happen, and I believe that did take place, so that's not an issue for us right now, where we thought it could be, and we think it took place Saturday night, so it's all good. The other thing is, a lot of people have had Zim in platform trades. And we know that some people are seeing the outcome of that even in their accounts. Some people haven't seen it in their accounts yet. But my understanding is that all Zim platform participants will have access to their funds between Thursday and Saturday. So that would be the 16th, 17th, 18th. That's interesting timing. We understand that that one of the large humanitarian funding sources has been paid and will have access to their funds. Heard they had access yesterday, Monday, and in which case, they've got quite a bit of liquidity with more tranches coming in the next day to 10 days. And that's a good thing, because we know that we are supposed to be paid, or at least started, on our exchanges before they have total access to their funds. So we're right there at that time frame. We're hearing that some people have been called by the people over the Prosperity Package deliveries to confirm information as to, their location and address and all that stuff. And we have some firsthand accounts of some people that have been contacted to confirm their information. And that tells us that the delivery of the Prosperity Packages is imminent, or they wouldn't be contacting these people to just verify who they are, where they are, and the details of the delivery. So that's a good thing, and that's positive, and that affects some of our listeners, I'm sure. Let's see. Beyond that, everything seems to be moving to where we should be there. I'm not going to call it, guys, but I know that this week we thought we'd have it before tonight. We did not get it before tonight, but we're hearing some very good things, a lot of good information that's coming out that points to the next few days. Now, maybe we get it sooner, maybe it takes all the way till the end of the week again. But evidently, now that we have the new Secretary of the Treasury in, everything can move forward. Everything can move forward. We did get a very short announcement by the President last night after the swearing-in ceremony of Steven Mnuchin, where he talked about that we were golden, that we are golden now. Maybe that was a reference to us being put back on the gold standard. I look for an announcement like that pretty soon, so I would say that we should have one pretty soon. I don't know who's going to make it. I don't know if Steven Mnuchin's going to make it, or make it in concert with the President. I don't know. But I think that would be something that would be very good for us. We're hearing the public, meaning John Q. public, not us, but the John Q. public, would start in the vicinity of the 20th, Well, today's what? The 14th? Kind of be interesting to go ahead and get started if that's when the public is going to start. And I think that we're that close, guys. I think we're in really good shape for this to come through for us. And everything that we've heard in Iraq was that they did get their smart cards charged up at the new rate. They had back pay that took them all the way back to the 1st of January. And then they've recently been paid again for the last let's call it 9 or 10 or 12 days. And they supposedly have their new rate, the new rate for the dinar on their cards. Everyone has it. It's not in some regions and not in others. So we believe that is the case. There are a lot of things happening here in terms of some bad people getting arrested for major crimes and moving those people away. We're also hearing that the work that's taking place in the Middle East to remove ISIS is happening. And, there are a lot of special forces from about 6 different countries that are all combining to put a really strong effort together to rid ourselves of that situation, not only in the Middle East, but around the world. So we're in the midst of a lot of activity right now. And sounds to me like we're just getting ready for this to go down for us. Well, that's really all I can seem to put together right now that's relevant. I'll be thinking if there's anything else. I'll think of it and bring it up at the end.